thing I took from this when I heard it was, look, he was living in California and moved to Nevada. She moved from California to Nevada too. So if somebody's being abusive to you in one state, why would you move to the next state with the same nigga who's abusing you? I don't know. Me personally, I found the red flag with that personally. And then the next thing is this sex tape that's supposedly coming out. Shannon said, put the whole 30 minutes out or 10 minutes, whatever it is. I guess there's some part in there for 30 seconds because brought that up. Shannon brought that up. He said, I believe he's going to release 30 seconds of it. Whatever that 30 seconds is must be nasty and violent and fucked up. If you don't want to put the whole 10 minutes and you reducing it to that 30, it must have been WWE in that joint. Elbow off the top of the bed, off the throw against the dresser. You white little bitch, come here, suck big black dick. Fuck you talking about? You want nigga dick? I get that part. I get it. Because I tell white bitches you want that nigga dick. But it's consensual. They agree. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I've been doing this in a different realm from him. I never made it as a professional athlete. I've been out here shaking and juggling these bitches since 20 years old. I know what you up to. I know when a bitch try to bait me in a text message to say some dumb shit. I ain't writing it back. You right. And I'm not writing nothing back. You can't get me to write a damn thing back when I see what's going on. You get what I'm saying? Then you gotta know. See, that's the fucked up thing. It seemed like he trusted her from the conversation I heard. You gotta read the signs like, I don't want to get choked. That ain't something you usually say. Hold on. Right. You don't usually talk to me like this. Why are you talking to me like this now? Yo, I'm gonna hit you back. Boom. And then you know when shit ain't right, you be like, when you answer the phone, they be like, hello, hello, hello. They setting up. Oh, I can hear you now. They done set the call up. You gotta read all these signs, bro. And you gotta think about this, right? This is why, and a lot of people call this nigga Uncle Tom, and he don't like black people, or this, that, and the third, et cetera, et cetera. This is why Stephen A. don't get into no shit like this. And I'm gonna say none of us is above it, knock on wood, but he knows he works for Disney. When you work for Disney, a sex tape can't be coming out like this. You can't be admitting that, 30 seconds of this shit was kind of rough. I'm letting y'all know. Shit get a little wild. But didn't he like 30 seconds get what? Yo, this Mickey Mouse in there. What you mean 30 seconds get wild? I think that Disney's getting a little more lenient because of shit like Pat McAfee, cursing at 12 p.m. in the afternoon. Not just that, Shannon had a little sex tape that he admitted to, nothing visual, just vocal. So I think it's a little more lenient, and I hope that Disney does keep him. I'm rooting for him because I do believe this is a shakedown. But when you start getting the video evidence and vocal evidence and audio evidence, I should say, pardon me, and text messages and this, that, and the third, that's crazy.
Hey, I told y'all that sex tape gonna be wild, boy. When that 30-second clip come out,
damn different.
Hey, he gonna be in that ball talking about some yes, a master.
Is she gonna be like the slave owner's wife?
Hey, the slave owner daughter. Master gonna see us. Let's hurry up. Master gonna see us.
I don't think it's gonna be that wild. I think it's gonna be 30 seconds of him choking her.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be
and that's all it's gonna be. But that's the reason why he said release the whole 10 minutes, because it's the same reason like when they released the audio tape, you could tell that it was edited down as if they was trying to remove certain parts of the conversation to make him look bad. That's what he's saying basically is, no, release the whole. If you're gonna release 30 seconds of it, release the whole thing. So relates to everything that happened before that moment, everything that happened after that moment. If you're gonna sit here and claim that I did anything to you and you're gonna use that video, then use everything. No. Same thing with the phone call. I don't get how she wound up with the sex tape and he didn't. That's beyond me. Like, I'm like, shit. Normally, it's the men that record the damn record the session.
Right.
Well, she
That's
the
how
one
you
that do
know she was on some
OnlyFans, though.
sneakiness. She been on
Whenever she put
sneakiness.
that
Which
phone.
tells me we just sat here and witnessed a 19-year-old woman straight up manipulate a 56-year-old man for 2 years straight.
Yep. So that whole
Sweeney, it's not the way. It's not usually the way you think, Sweeney. It's not the way you think. I will tell you one thing, right? The problem with older men is this, right? When they meet younger women that they haven't met before, they trust. They trust. I've seen it. They trust those younger women. They think that the younger woman will never act like the older woman. But this is the problem. Most of these men don't know that behind that younger woman is a very corrupt man or corrupt man that will set her up. They know you're dealing with her. They will use her to get to you. Most of these girls, I will be honest with you, based on what I've seen in life, are usually very innocent. Younger women will not or 30s, in their late 20s. Anything older than that is usually somebody else.
Say that again. We ain't hear that last part. I don't know what that means.
Nah, man, we in 2025. These young girls got the internet and everything else. They don't need, they already tell you they don't need pimp.
I don't think that it's somebody behind her, though. I think that it's somebody that's fueling this. I don't think that she came up with this on her own.
Well, definitely, because if she's using the same lawyer that was involved with Diddy and the Jay-Z extortion as well, then yeah, clearly, you know what I'm saying, she's connected to someone, or he was able to get connected with her in some way, shape, or form. Maybe dude saw them out together and he was like, man, who is that girl? Oh, she got an OnlyFans. Woo, woo, woo. And then he reached out to her, was like, you know, man, I know y'all got something going on. Woo, woo, woo. And dropped the bug in her ear. And maybe that was the way that she wanted to finesse, or maybe she had this plan all along the entire time by herself. Because y'all making it seem as if women, these young girls, especially nowadays in 2025, with the advantage of the internet, y'all making it seem as if women are not manipulative as fuck, and they understand the way that they can use their body to manipulate men to get what it is that they want. So
Vince, look at it this way, right? You're right. Partially, young women that have been through a lot, maybe like OnlyFans, those OnlyFans girls can do those things. Those OnlyFans girls can do those things, but it's not as easy as you think. Because I got to tell you,
why isn't it?
I have witnessed this a lot among my friends, older guys with younger girls, and due to when I was younger, guess what? I know a lot of guys that use older girls to extort rich men. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand, for a younger girl that age to be able to conquer those things is beyond her level. It's usually a man behind her.
You was a young man 40 years ago, bro. We living in a whole different world.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm telling you, you don't know how predatory men are. Men are very predatory. That men, let me tell you this. You see scammers online. Bro, this is what a lot of people. Excuse me, guy. Let me land. You see, one thing that men don't understand: when you go online and see women that are beautiful, and you try to get to these women, and they're trying to get money out of you, let me tell you, most of those times they are not women that you see in those pictures doing that shit. It's men. Those are usually men behind the screen, using women's image. And men also use very beautiful women to extort men all the time. All the time.
You're out of touch, bro.
That's not this situation, though. It's not this situation, though.